Hey guys, this is Darren Benton again with Performance Motorcoaches. I want to do a video of a pre-owned coach. This is a coach we sold. I looked for the video to see if we did it when we sold it brand new. It was a custom order coach. Didn't find it, so now's the time to do a video. So we sold this coach brand new in March of 22. So it is a 22 model. Wasn't quite to the point where the 23s were coming out in June. So this coach sold to a relatively local customer. He's about 100 miles down the road, third-time Renegade owner. He's come on some health issues, and so we've agreed to help him sell this coach on consignment. Lots of unique things about this that are no longer offered. Spray foam is the number one. A few different configurations on the inside I'll point out. So this is kind of my premier power plant. So it is the Freightliner Cascadia 126, so 600 horse Detroit coupled to the DT transmission, kind of my go-to. Very easy to drive, great in the hills. The customer did not want the bunk over. He'd had some in the past, and you could definitely, if you're driving them, they are substantially quieter if you do the aero cap right here. He had no need for any kind of additional sleeping up top, wanted the quietest unit possible, so just option for the aero cap there. So a little bit older gentleman, didn't have to worry about all the blackouts, so you can obviously see him with what would look like with the chrome and just the standard white. They've been doing the black slide toppers and everything like that for quite some time, so you really won't know any real difference there. Aqua hot there, more storage and more storage as well. So 450 would have been standard. Recent years you could get the 600 as an option, but really not too big of an issue. This guy right here does come out, flip-flop around and eliminate some glare. Sound bar with the USB ports below. Does have the dual Girard rooftop awnings. I think I can probably extend those dudes out. Kind of a cool look. So the idea back behind the Girard rooftops, one aesthetically, of course, you can't do a side-mounted awning on this coach with the front slide here. They are kind of like a two-stage. So they basically go out and downwards once they get out a little bit. They're about 3/4 of the way out. The only downfall to the rooftop awnings is they're so tall. If you have lots of side sun at an angle, kind of inhibits that. To give you a good idea of how they look. Gives you a fair amount of shade down the side of the coach. We did go ahead and do some of the window awnings on this coach as well. We won't be able to get to the other side of the coach, but if you have any questions about it, you obviously go to the website too and look at pictures. So that's just a manual awning right there to be able to cover that up. 3/4 pass through. It does have the Genturi exhaust that goes on to the generator itself. No central vac. No, I take that back. There is a central vac on this one. There is a 110 outlet inside there as well. So the back here, customer did opt for a ladder we installed quite some time ago. Does have the original Genturi. A lot of these, I wanted to be able to show this. We get a lot of people that say, I like this hitch, but it's rattly. There's a point of contact. There's a pivot point here, and a pivot point there. So you can see there where we went through and just tapped a hole and put a bolt right in there to keep this guy from moving. It keeps it a little bit quieter. Capped off the glad hands there. Genturi pops right there. Won't come all the way down the coach, but I don't know if you can kind of get in. There's really not too much to see other than the bathroom, and then way up front we do have another window awning up front, but just relatively tight back here in storage. So we'll jump inside. For people that have watched the 23 and 24 videos, they did go to a wider entry right here. This is part of our, little bit of influence. I wouldn't say it was all us, but we definitely kind of weigh heavy on the manufacturer to kind of deviate, change things. Wider entry doors have always been a thing for people, just taking stuff in and out of the coach, there's a fair amount of wasted space, really, whenever you start looking at this guy. So come inside here and look, unless I need a place to store my 6-pack of beer while I'm getting in and out of the coach, I really don't need this right here. So that basically was kind of some of the evolution in making this a little bit wider. Another thing, they got rid of this pocket door, so I'll jump in. Eliminated the pocket door right here on the CMR floor plan because I don't think I'm going to be getting in, taking my pants off and putting in them immediately while I have company there. So just kind of opened up the coach a little bit, eliminating this pocket door, doing wider entry, and that was just makes this floor plan seem a little bit wider in this particular area on 23 and 24. So this is kind of the previous stain that I was always after. It was a Woodstock stain. Did the upgrade to the Ander natural walls, a woven wall. For an OCD guy like me, it's a little tough because the lines aren't perfectly straight up and down to the, so it got a little bit of an angle. So stuff like that does drive me nuts. That's why the reason I don't do a lot of the Ander natural, but it kind of gives it a little bit more a warmer feel than just the stark silver or tan colors. This is another thing that you cannot get for any of the 2324. So to me, this made sense. A lot of people don't need the televator TV. A lot of people want a full pull-out couch. So this did allow for a full pull-out couch that a real live couple can stay on versus some type of little, small jackknife that didn't allow for anything more than about a 6-year-old. So this is, to me, the spray foam and this add a lot of value to the coach. Of course, we're less than 11,000 miles, always been stored indoors, 150 hours in the generator. So essentially, you're buying a relatively new coach. Just more storage here. I just wanted to be able to open up some of this so people can see. So very clean. I believe the customer did have a small little dog. So if you bought the coach and said, I found the dog hair underneath the couch cushion, it's possible. But guy was a pretty darn clean guy. Like I said, he kept it clean before and after all his outings and kept it indoors. Did the electrical up there, which I like having as much room or much storage as possible. However, you do have your 110 connections there. As far as electrical, it's 3 of the 270 amp hour batteries it does. This is the first, one of the first Victron coaches that we got. It doesn't have the servo. Easily take and upgrade all that stuff. So center AC will operate off of your second Victron inverter. Of course, 3 air conditioners with heat pumps. You do have the Aqua Hot, and then it does have electric heated top floors as well. I think we did the picture window here. Yep, picture window there, just so you don't have anything that kind of obstructs the view. Picture window right there versus anything that not picture window will basically have some lines in it similar to that guy right there. Theater seats, those are heated and massaged. Storage right here, so there's a plug with the USB down inside there. Get the gas, clean that up inside there. And like I said, that does flip out. These were some of the original seats back in the day. A lot of people would upgrade the seats to the nicer truck seats. So this is a seat that Renegade used to throw in. Not a big fan of it. Just kind of depends upon what you're used to. Does have a little bit more old school dash. Probably the least number of issues with that particular dash. It does have one of the older GPS systems, the Garmin, that a lot of people had some issues with. That's why we go through and we did the monitor back in the day to get the cameras off of this, because that was the predominant issue, was the cameras. Storage there. The TV does pull out from the, but really no need to. Of course, this customer, he had a internet type system in it, but it was all cell based. Like I said, most people are changing that out for the Starlink. Half bath here. All the CMRs will have a relatively small hand sink here. Got big hands like me, a fair amount of maybe one hand at a time. But people that have had the newer Santa Marine toilets, these are the old school Tecmas, just a lot less potential, a lot less issues, better flushing capacity as well. Washer dryer. It all was really low use on everything. He did opt for a little bit different mattress topper here, so it makes it a little bit taller. This has the 66-inch wide bed, 80 inches long. You have a master control panel overhead here. So you need to take all the lights down, turn them off, turn them back on. Big 43-inch TV with access back behind, and then it does have all of the cedar line closets back behind there. Storage up top, drawers down bottom, and there again everything is all soft close. Below the bed is, if you can catch this, the central vac port on the front of the bed right here, and then the water tanks are below here. This does have a tile shower, which is relatively uncommon in the Classic line. I really like, my favorite part of the tile showers has always been the little penny tiles they've used on the floor itself. So you just use a floor tile here, the accent tile. No skylight above. We do have the fantastic fan right there to be able to vent out. Decent storage here and here. Of course, all the way underneath as well. So very clean coach, unique coach. It is a coach that can be had today instead of having to order anything. I don't think it'll be a little while before we have another CMR stock unit, but if somebody's looking for a pre-owned coach right now, maybe there's a dealer out there that says, hey, I can buy a used coach and put my dealer plate on it and use it for a year. This would be the coach to own right here. You know, sales tax has already been paid on it. For some of the people out in Arizona, because it's a consigned coach, it can technically be a private party sale. So some of the guys out there save a boatload of money on sales tax, so be happy to entertain any of that with some people that might be in that situation. So come back in the living room. Third video day, spit out a lot of information, but appreciate you guys coming out, watching all the videos. Make sure you guys like, tag, and subscribe. Check out our website, PMCRV, that's Performance Motorcoaches RV, PMCRV.com. Thanks a lot.